the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Lakers going up against the New York Knicks. For New York, dismal record over the last 10 games, just 2-8. Nothing seems to be going their way right now. And you look at AI, taking the league by storm. Kenny, he has really drawn some big crowds.
Man, some guys, it takes a while to build a fan base. But this guy has done it super quick. Other guys, this guy's like Shaq. He's become popular right away. When you came to Orlando with the Mickey Mouse hat on, and man, that was incredible.
I don't like to toot my own, but I was the first guy to have Player of the Week his first week in the league.
Looking slick at our time when I'm flipping. Car dipping, Greenwood rank gripping. Still tipping on GameCube, Nintendo, 5% tint, so you can't see up in my window. Don't understand me, cause I'm about time gon'
all fans in attendance
down at Maxis with big
If you're still looking for tickets to
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, we know how much of a trailblazer LeBron James...
You're right, D.A. He wants rings and nothing less. Very little locked in at this point, Brent, but sometimes it feels like the best teams are just waiting for the playoffs to begin.
Well, there's always this idea about building up for the playoffs, and I think over the past 5 or 6 seasons, most of the talk that we have is about those teams being as healthy as they possibly can be. And I think that's the time in the season we're at now, Kevin. Make sure that everybody is 100% ready to go, not just mentally, but physically.
And the coaches got to keep their focus, right? I mean, that's tough to do.
The coaches do, but the good ones start that process maybe in the last 15 games of the season to try to ramp things up so that guys feel ready to go once the end of the regular season comes.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Knicks, we've got Emmanuel Mudiay. Vonleh is out there with Hazonia. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Dotson in at the 2-guard spot.
Well, how about LeBron reading the defense, waiting and being patient there until the gap opened up to deliver.
New York with the ball. Dotson kicks to Mudiay. Back to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And the dunk by LeBron.
LeBron James, here's the report, Kevin, still athletic.
For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Mudiay passes to Vonleh. And now, here's Hazonia, covered by LeBron. Vonleh kicks to Hazonia. Just 5 on the clock. The tray. They get it again. Jordan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, the way that DeAndre has built up his body over the last few years, he's gone from a raw and skinny prospect to a guy that you can't move around on the inside anymore.
And DeAndre Jordan, the all-time leader in career field goal percentage, break by a sizable margin.
Yeah, the most prolific dunker in the league, maybe in league history.
Gives it up for Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, how many times do we see highlights like this? DeAndre Jordan loves bringing the hammer.
And that was an Unleashed Chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
Now here's Moutier, guarded closely. Lays it up and banks it in. Moutier's got his first basket of the night.
Not the biggest guy of the 10 on the floor, but showing big heart on that possession.
Here's James. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Moutier kicks to Hezonja. Back to Moutier. Jordan at the elbow. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Kuzma, and the shot is good. Kuzma's got his first bucket in this one.
When the guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end, anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Knicks trail by 6. Stevenson and LeBron, the veteran forward pair. Rajon Rondo is out there with Hart, and it's Jay in at the center position. That's the Laker 5. Deep 2 from Robinson. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Thunder was outstanding. He had 46 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also finished with a season high in rebounds. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Thanks for checking in, D.A. He was phenomenal for them in that game. It was fun to watch.
And not just fun for us, but it had to be fun for him as well. Everything was working, and he just seemed to enjoy and embrace every minute of it.
And I love having fun, but fun comes at a cost, and that cost is work and effort. So let's not get too far away from that tonight. He was a workhorse in this one.
Poke loose, Vonleh. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Beautiful job by Vonleh to draw the foul. Goes to one of the moves he's been working on, catching the defender out of position.
The Knicks have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game. So many teams switching the pick and roll, and we can see it defensively, what it does. How are offenses countering that?
I think the offense is what they're doing, Kevin, is being selective as to who it is comes out to set the pick. If I'm Steph Curry or I'm Kyrie Irving, and I know that there's a big defender guarding my 4-man or my 5-man, I'm going to call that screen up to the top of the key and make sure that I can go at the weaker defender that's guarding either one of my players to gain advantage.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Lakers. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And, you know, it wasn't just that they got stops. It was the way they got stops. Rejection after rejection.
Yeah, after a while, it just felt like they were demoralizing the opponent. It affected them mentally, and they took advantage.
To the middle, unloads. Out of hand on it. And there's the pass to Jay. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists now in this one. Knicks trail by 6. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it. And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Stevenson, and it's slammed in by Stevenson.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy. And that was easy.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far. Ingram, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. Here's Moutier. 14 points from him the last game against the Nuggets in Denver. Offensive rebound. Robinson goes up again, and he lays it up and in. Robinson's got 7.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Azania.
That's exactly what you want Moutier doing, seeing the open man and firing that pass over to him for the clean look.
Hart the pass to LeBron. Inside, Jay. Good, and the assist goes to James. 8 points for Jay.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now here's Moutier. He's covered by Rondo. Here's Azania. Robinson finds Moutier. Azania with the ball. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Nuggets in Denver.
And you could tell the defense was really nervous dribbling or passing the ball anywhere near him in that one. He took advantage of their indecisiveness continually throughout the night, racking up 3 steals.
And the dunk by Robinson.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. The shot's good from James.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Knicks trail by 4. Dotson kicks to Robinson. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. Here's Robinson.
Just doesn't seem to be shooting it with confidence, and his shots are going all over the place in this period.
High post shot. Again, the Lakers.
And you have to love seeing Ingram knock down the mid-range Jay, a lethal scorer who nails these shots with consistency.
Now here's Moutier. He's covered by Rondo. Hudson can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 6. Ingram outside. Down low. Here's Jay. That shot missing. Excellent D that time from Robinson. And now here's Hazonia. He's covered by Ingram. And the shot goes in. 11 points for Robinson.
Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness. Zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
Here's LeBron. Banked in off the glass. James has got the lead up to 6 now for the Lakers.
Yeah, you wonder when LeBron James wants to have one of those big nights when he gets going like this. We could be in for a great show.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Aside from one recent year, we've seen plenty of coaching changes. When teams come up short, do you think that position maybe gets too much blame?
Probably, and coaches know that's exactly what they're in store for once they sign a contract
and
to coach
that
a team.
Kind of money.
Yeah, all of a sudden they know that what happens on the floor, the end result is going to be whether or not I coach this team the next year and the year after and the year after. Interesting cycle of things that happens, though, Kevin, is when changes are made in a front office around the league. Sometimes the managers want to put in a coach where they feel either a little bit more comfortable with or a style of basketball that they're more comfortable with. And sometimes the success on the floor for the coach has no bearing on whether or not he's going to keep his job.
Right.
Because management would like to see a different product out there. So they become a victim sometimes of upper management movement and sometimes are removed from being the head coach.
Good thoughts. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Monday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Golden State Warriors.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Well, every night, the competitive killer instinct of LeBron James makes him as elite as he's been. Of course, a future first ballot Hall of Famer, and a lot of gas, it seems, left in the tank for LeBron James.
Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut to just 7 points in the basket from Knox.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Pass the ball to the inside and stolen by Vonleh. That's tipped. And LeBron with a clear path to the hoop. Goes up, throws down the breakaway jam.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Vonleh kicks to Jordan. Here's Trier. He's covered by Ball. Lobs it up for Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, this is where DeAndre Jordan's speed as a big pays off. A super dangerous pick-and-roll player when he sprints out of it.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. The Lakers have only one missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. And Harris subbed in for Ingram. And a switcher also for New York. Ntilikina's checked in. Smith in the posts. He's covered by Ball. They get the rebound. Jordan's shot is off.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Bucket is good. Jay's got 16.
Well, the O looks unstoppable tonight, especially because of that guy. He's just torching them.
Smith dishes to Jordan. Pass to Ntilikina. Here's Knox. Lays it up and banks it in. Knox has got 5 points now in the quarter.
An active passer with good awareness. When Ntilikina spots the open teammate, he gets it to him.
The shot's good from Jay.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Trier passes to Smith. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Pass break, the Lakers. Here's Jay. A putback. Trier with the rebound. Knicks trail by 11. Passes it to Knox. And again, New York with the triple.
Just like to see the defense get more aggressive. They are asking for trouble as they're giving up open looks to this point.
Harris outside. Ball kicks to Harris. Caldwell Pope outside. The shot's good from Jay.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Knicks. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trail Blazers. And that will be the 5th game of this 6-game road trip. Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And Caldwell Pope, the Georgia product, when he's on the floor, it's for his defense. Can give you a handful of points, but what he takes away with defense is far more significant. One of the better perimeter defenders since entering the league.
Ntilikina kicks to Smith. The 3. New York keeps it going. A new 24-second clock. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Jordan. Offensive rebound. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Ball with a wide open look. Hits the 3-point bomb. Ball's got 5 points so far. And with Caldwell Pope in his defense, he can guard any type of perimeter player.
Yeah, I mean, he has the long arms to bother small forwards and fast feet to stay with point guards. Really gives a lineup a lot of options in terms of matchups when he's on the floor. great instincts on defense and is very hard to shake as he'll hound you through screens.
Ball, the pass to Jay. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Harris kicks the ball. There's the pass to Jay. It's rebounded by New York.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Trier, guarded by Kuzma. Pass to Ntilikina. Lobs it up for Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Knox the pass to Trier. Misses from close range.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
That one goes in. 22 points for Jay.
I really like the awareness, noticing that he's got the mismatch, and then he just used his size as his advantage on the layup.
Pass to Trier. Over Harris. The shot by Trier, no good.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock.
Whoa! You saw that.
Yeah, and no doubt Smith has the vision. When one of his guys has a clean look, he's quick to get the ball to them.
For New York, they have gone 9 of 13 from the line.
And the season numbers for...
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side, Jay's checked in for the Lakers.
You look at the New York Knicks, desperate to compete again and get themselves back into the playoffs. Remember, 1973, their last championship year, with the likes of Willis Reed, Walt Frazier, Earl the Pearl Monroe. Maybe they could use a couple of those guys now.
The free throw off from Harris. And since 1973, only 2 finals appearances for the New York Knicks.
Yep, 1994, they lost to the Rockets in 7 games. And in 99, that was the lockout-shortened season. They lost to the Spurs eventually on their home court in 5 games. No finals appearances for the New York Knicks in the new millennium.
Tipping off the second half, here's David Fizdale's 5. We've got Mario Hezonja. Vonleh's out there with Jordan. Then it's Moutier, and it's Dotson in at the shooting guard position. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Now here's Moutier. He's covered by Ball. Moutier looking around. Back to Hezonja. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Ball. Hezonja's shot is off.
Well, his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
Knocks it down in the bucket from James.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
Taken away. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. The Lakers, number 1.
Just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
And he makes the first. And the Knicks making a change here. Robinson's checked in. And James drills them both. Knicks trail by 19. Dotson kicks to Jordan. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Now here's Moutier. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Nailed from three-point land. Moutier's got 7 points in the game.
And Moutier was given all sorts of room there, and he sinks that three like it was nothing.
Jay, the pass to LeBron. Lakers passing it around. Harris inside. Puts it up. No good from Jay.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
DeAndre Jordan, I don't think he's shot more than 10 shots outside the paint the last few years, so dunking is what he does.
LeBron passes to Jay. And stolen by Hezonja. Fires the three. And James pulls it down.
That's like milk on a hot day, just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
To the inside, here's Jordan. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got 6 assists here tonight. Lakers leading by 12. Down low. Kuzma kicks to Harris. Passes it to Jay. That one off the back iron and out.
Pretty surprised he missed that shot. The defense was decent, but not really a factor.
Moutier with the basket. Moutier's got 5 points in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Baseline Jay on the way. No good from Jay. Knicks trail by 10, and Jay gets the whistle that time. That will be foul number 5 on him. Ingram, he's checked in for the Lakers. Rondo comes in for ball. And David Fizdale wants a timeout.
And sometimes you just want a reminder of what our objectives are tonight.
Yeah, get everyone on the same page and point it in the right direction.
Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope outside. The pass to Jay. And again, the Lakers no good.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Vonleh with it, working on James. Vonleh, the pass to Smith. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from the wing, and an air ball on that one. Way off. Lakers leading by 13. Stolen. A minute 20 left in the third.
Who's watching here?
Pass to Knox. Just 5 to shoot. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, here's a bit of an anomaly on the offensive end here tonight. DeAndre Jordan taking control and imposing his offensive will.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. James, the pass to Jay. And that one is hammered home.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by New York.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. Ntilikina kicks to Jordan. Pass to Smith. Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope from 20 feet out. Jordan, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got 21 in the game.
Well, DeAndre Jordan dominates this game on both ends around the glass.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And Ball slams it in.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
And that's where the defense failed. You can't let him throw that down. You've got to get over and foul him, send him to the free throw line.
Jordan, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Jordan's got 10 points in the quarter.
That's some big boy stuff from DJ. He likes the chance to finish through contact.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We come back right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Los Angeles leading by 11. Stevenson and LeBron, the veteran forward pair. Ingram is out there with ball, and it's Jay in at the center, filling out the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Feeds it to Vonleh, and the dunk by Vonleh.
Not an explosive leaper. Vonleh does have the length to get to the rim, and you just love to see that aggressiveness there.
To the inside. Makes it 2 points there from Jay. Jay's got 30.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Smith against James. And the rejection by James.
LeBron using his length that time perfectly. When he's in the area, you can't throw up anything lazy.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Ingram passes to Jay. And the shot goes down.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Harris is checked in for Lance Stevenson. DeAndre Jordan, so athletic for a player of his stature, Brent. The way he moves and elevates, simply amazing.
Well, that and the consistency with which a coach can pencil him in to the lineup. He's had tremendous durability. So many 7-footers have trouble weathering the long NBA season. DeAndre Jordan, not one of them.
Jay, the pass to LeBron. Here's Jay. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. 34 points for Jay.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Smith kicks to Jordan. Pass to Hazanya. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Trying to cut into this lead. Bad time for a miscue.
Yeah, they may have some ants in the pants right here. You just have to take what the defense gives you.
Lakers leading by 13. In the corner, it's Harris. James, the pass to Jay. And he banks in the layup. Jay's got 14 points now in the second half.
Well, the defense looking at him like a Rubik's Cube. They cannot figure him out. He continues to light him up from the field. More importantly, they're winning.
Smith kicks to Hazanya. Four on the shot clock. There's the pass to Vonleh. Over Ingram. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. That's now 8 points for Noah Vonleh.
When he shoots the jumper in rhythm, that's when good things happen for Vonleh.
Good on the bucket. And the Lakers lead by 15.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Smith, the pass to Dotson. Now Hazanya, guarded by Harris. Hazanya's shot is off.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
And slam dunk by Harris.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, they're just absolutely getting anything and everything that they want out there. They have not let up.
Smith for three. Offensive rebound, Jordan. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Jordan's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
Pass to Jay. Back to Ball. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Jordan, the pass to Vonleh, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Yeah, the first half was really tough, but he's really rounded a corner here and been fantastic shooting the ball here in the second half.
And at 6'9", Ingram is constantly on the prowl for these dunks. An incredible athlete who just finishes with ease near the hoop.
Smith kicks to Dotson. Hezonja on the wing, covered by LeBron. Here's Jordan, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
A big problem in the paint, really. This is the only area that DeAndre Jordan is going to score from.
Ingram outside. Harris looking it over. Passes it to Jay. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his 4th assist in this one. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Knicks. It's an 18-point game. Pass to Hezonja. Jordan high post. And there's the pass to Dotson. 6 to shoot. Over James. And the shot is long. Lakers leading by 18. Unloads. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Smith kicks to Jordan. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Jay. It's rebounded by New York. Jordan's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. And now, here's Hezonja, guarded closely. LeBron against Smith. 5 to shoot. Back to Hezonja. From deep. Kept alive by New York.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
Ingram wide open. That one wide left.
That's a wide open shot. Sadly, he came up short.
Pass to Dotson. Smith against Ball. Shoots off the step back, and he gets the jumper to drop. 7 points for Dennis Smith.
And whether he's stepping back or spotting up, Smith Jr. is a threat to score, especially from the mid-range.
Commending the unselfish play there. What vision on that pass.
Knicks trail by 20.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Passes it to Dotson. And here is Hezonja. Gets an open look and hits.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
To the paint, here's Jay. The Knicks pull it in. Here's Dotson. Smith outside. Alvanley. Jordan the pass to Dotson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Jay, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Good stuff out there. AI.
Yeah.
Media can't wait to hear from you. Meet me in the press conference room, all right?
I'm going to change to be right there.
All right. Go get him.
Hey, thanks, Charlie.
Congratulations on the win, AI.
Thanks.
You're really moving the ball well tonight. Is that something the coaching staff was stressing to you going in?
Yeah, definitely. We talk a lot in practice about moving the ball and how I can do a better job at initiating the offense. And, tonight things just seem to be clicking. And when my teammates got the job done when I got them the ball, so that's a good win. Yeah.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. And for Los Angeles, they've gone 4-1 over the last 5, playing pretty well, and they're looking to build on that tonight. And for the Minnesota Timberwolves, a ton of
Wolves fans, don't miss out on any other This is a Frontline Rapid information. Don't miss out on it. And your official NBA merchandise. T-shirts, jerseys, jackets, sweaters, and more are available at the Sports Zone Studio, located in North and South Hollywood.
The Timberwolves look to take charge here at the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony, Chris Webber. Hall of Fame sideline reporter is David. And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Carl Anthony.
Outstanding, D.A. Thank you. And Kevin, your time with the Celtics, you had the big three. Big four, even when you consider Rajon Rondo. There had to be a leader. I know you guys all deferred to Paul because he was there.
Yeah.
Without you, that doesn't make
Well, just to think about it, though, we all shared in different types of leadership. Paul Pierce was a great leader in all that what you possess. I was more vocal and more energetic. Ray was more wise and more of wording and understanding of concept and what we were all there for, and constant reminding, not to say that you didn't have some young ones buck back or whatever, it's part of it. In that whole thing, we're all learning something. We're all adjoining. We're all syncing each other, good and bad. We're learning how to talk through things that, you use in your everyday life. Things that we use in our locker room, we were able to take out of our own and use in our everyday life and communicate better and not be frustrated and let you go and hear your point and then hear it from your side. A lot of good points in what we did, man. Seriously.
Life things, too.
True growth. True growth when you really think about it, True growth.
Amazing. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Harris is out there with ball, and it's Jay in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Gibson kicks to T. 6 on the shot clock. Count that bucket. Teague's got his first points of the game.
Well, Jeff Teague is one of the tougher players in the league despite his size, and he did a good job finishing through the contact.
Pass to Jay. Lakers passing it around. Towns with the steal. Pass to Covington. Inside, Gibson. Kuzma pulls it in.
A hand right in his face on the layup. Excellent defense that time in the paint.
Jay, the pass to Kuzma. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside Gibson. Okogie, guarded by Harris, dishes it to T. Here's Gibson. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Just a great job there from Teague to locate where his teammate was and get the ball to him on time.
And Kevin, to see you come in straight out of high school into the NBA, you forget that it was so historic because we had not seen a high school player in such a long time.
Right. Yeah, at that time, it was 20 years before anybody had ever thought of the idea. I figured that I had the work ethic and the passion and the appetite for it. And I never looked back. I never second-guessed my decision. And when I did second-guess myself, I got in the gym and changed it.
One of the greatest picks in the history of the draft. Here's Jay. The shot, no good. Towns with the defensive effort. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And here's Covington from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Stretching the floor with his outside shot. Covington, a true marksman who doesn't lack confidence.
Here's Jay. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jay's got 6.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Outside, Towns. Teague feeling it out a bit. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Okogie, guarded by Harris, just 4 to shoot. Here's Towns. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
They get the rebound. Count it. Good.
Too many inches being given up in that matchup. I mean, he's got no chance of putting a stop to that layup.
Minnesota leading by 3. Teague finds Towns. Teardrop shot, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
And Kevin, terrific footwork. So critical for an elite big man to be great. It's like you can't be that big and that good and not have good footwork, right?
You know what? Part of being that good is that you have, good footwork.
Yes.
A lot of the counters, a lot of the post work, you're opening up, you having to use the backboard. That's a certain way you got to open up to be able to get that shot off. If you're left-handed, you got to be able to do it both ways. It's very complex, but footwork is a big part of it. You have to have it. It's impeccable, and the ones that don't have it struggle.
Okogie drills the three-pointer.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Lakers trail by 6. Jay, the pass to James. And the dunk by LeBron.
That's just crazy athleticism from James. His vertical is through the roof.
For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Outside, Towns. His three-pointer is off the mark.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Harris. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Okogie guarded by Harris. Here's Towns. Teague for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Teague's got 5 points so far.
And you could tell Teague was looking for a shot on that play. Always had his hands up, ready to catch and fire. And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
And the type of game that many coaches hate. Very little defense being played on either end.
Timberwolves leading by 3. They get a hand on it. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Jay. Towns with the defensive effort. Minnesota's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. LeBron against Covington. Towns, high post, 17-foot shot on the way. Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2. Tries from 10. Harris's shot is good. Harris has got his second bucket.
Adept at scoring from any area of the floor. Harris, a guy you gotta stay up on.
And Kevin, you think about the importance of veteran mentorship for young players looking back. Who provided that mentorship for you?
Sam Mitchell, Terry Porter, shout to Doug West, shout to J.R. Ryder, shout to Christian Layton. All these are my vets, both good and bad. I'm learning something from all these guys. Shout to Kevin McHale, shout to rest in peace to the great Flip Saunders. These are all my vets who helped me progress as a guy and as a player. More importantly, took me under their wing, taught me finances, taught me about life, taught me how to be a young man, taught me about being professional, learning this book of business when it came to basketball, because when it comes to lockouts and all that stuff, when you have to be able to talk and negotiate your own stuff, you got to know the rules and know what it is. A lot of people don't know that the league is 2/3 of council, and you got to stay above that and understand how this whole monster works. And then if you want to be an elite, you got to dedicate yourself in the gym. You got to dedicate yourself in the business. If you're trying to be a brand of something, you have to do all these things. When you look at Jordan, you look at Kobe, you look at these brands out here, these, LeBron has a brand, KD has a brand. You have to invest in yourself to be able to, grow this. This is the elite. I'm not talking about average. I'm not talking about good. I'm not talking about great. This is the elite. These are people that's going to be on and people that you're going to remember for years to come.
Sounds like a lot. Sounds like a lot on the plate, though.
True legendary.
Back to Ingram. Lakers working the ball around now. Rondo kicks to Caldwell Pope. Here's Jay. Nails the baby hook. Jay's got 10.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Jones against Rondo. Jones dishes to Dang. Back to Jones. Clock at 6. Over Rondo. The Timberwolves again can't hit. LA's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Jay. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And 12 points for Jay.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you. Always has his head on a swivel.
On the wing, Jones. He's covered by Rondo. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Kicks to Ingram. The pass to Jay. Kev, talk about the characteristics needed to be a winner in this league.
Appetite. How much do you want this? Can you push through that pain right there? Are you going to dive on the floor? Are you going to do the small things? Are you going to double down? Are you going to be in the spot when you're supposed to, when you're supposed to be there? Know my bads. All this goes into winning. And then you need a little luck. You do. And you need an appetite. You need 15 guys that's willing to push through anything at any moment. That's the difficult part of winning.
On the same page.
On the same page, all 15 thinking the same thing.
Yeah. It sounds daunting.
Listen, people think that, oh, man, why can't you have 15? Because it's 15 guys thinking 15 totally different things. And that's the difficult part of being a coach. That's what I'm saying. Being a coach is one of the hardest things to be, because you got to take 15 perspectives and get them all in one and then go forward with the same velocity like you want to. It's frustrating.
Pass to McGee. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
Yeah, and it goes beyond the small lead that they built. They really captured the momentum.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Yeah, and the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Oh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
Corky Dangs checked in for the Timberwolves. Now let's take a look at the top rookies in the league. Our rankings here for the race for Rookie of the Year. A distinction every young player would love to have. Well, you look at Jay. Well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that #1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special, special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
I would have to agree. The thing that impresses me most is his mental toughness. He's got the kind of poise that you just don't see in a lot of rookies.
Lets it go. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Sharch. It's deflected. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Ingram's running.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense, already a big lead.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Timberwolves, trailing by 10. The dish now to Wiggins. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
To the inside, a great 1-2 punch, beautiful pass, and nasty jam.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
Jones kicks to Zhang, shoots over McGee. Another miss by Minnesota.
He gets the shot he was looking for, and he just can't bury it.
Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Back to Jones. Rondo with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 14. Ingram kicks to Caldwell Pope. No coverage that time.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Outside, Jones, Sharch, and slam dunk by Sharch.
I mean, dunking is simple for Sark. He just needs good positioning.
From deep three-point range, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Lakers lead by 14. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Let's take a moment now to hear what AI had to say about the players and coaches who helped him get here.
A big name is Coach Keller. He was my coach at Fort Wayne. He really helped me focus on the small things that you need to do every day to be your best. On that same team, I also had a great vet leader, Paul Tatum, who gave me a lot of advice. Some for basketball, but some just for life. Without those two, there's no way I'd be sitting here and talking to you today.
AI did a lot of growing in the G League, and he rightfully gives a lot of credit to those two.
And who mentors you and who teaches you how to be a pro, it matters so much in the NBA. AI knows more than anyone else in the world how much Coach Keller and Tatum helped grow his game.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Right, and as the defense collapses, that opens up inside-out opportunities. Productive first quarter.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, on the perimeter, Caldwell Pope and Ingram. JaVale McGee is out there with Jay, and it's Rondo in at the 1. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Knicks was outstanding. He had 41 points and was diming everybody up with an incredible assist game, setting up his teammates all night long. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it, and he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
I mean, well, it should have taken all the energy out of him. It should have taken something out of him, Greg. I mean, he pushed the envelope in every way that night. He was unreal.
And the Lakers making a change here. Stevenson's checked in. And Kevin, you think about all the individual accolades you won, the MVP, the Defensive Player of the Year award. Where does the title NBA champion rank on your personal list?
Being an NBA champion is everything. If I didn't win any of that individual stuff, I would be totally fine with just being an NBA champion.
Ingram passes to Jay. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially.
The Lakers have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
One shot.
That's good from Harris.
And you see the natural talent Harris has. The game comes so easily to him, and an exciting player to watch.
Covington finds Towns. Right side Gibson. Rebounded by Jay. Jay's got 6 rebounds here tonight from the arc. Hart, no good. Timberwolves trailed by 19. To the middle. Here's Jones. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Jones has got his first 2 points.
Yeah, he has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Let's just call it what it is. Great body control on the lane, takes the contact, still knocks it in softly off the glass. I mean, that shot just can't be blocked the way he adjusted.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Luol Deng is checked in for Robert Covington. The Lakers also making some changes. Caldwell Pope comes in for James. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Harris. Outside, Jones. Here's Towns. Nice form on the 20-footer. Towns has got 10.
Hey, look, he's not an easy man to defend. He'll get his points one way or another.
Pass to Hart. To the paint. Here's Jay. And KG, as many points as you scored in your career, how much pride did you take in your defensive play?
You know, I like to think that it's respected. You know, I didn't play. I like to think that when I got to Boston, I made more of a added effort to play defense. You know, in Minnesota, I had such a responsibility on the offensive side that you don't ever save yourself.
Yes.
You don't save yourself in anything. But I would have to find ways of when I come out of the game, you know, immediate ice stuff. You know, stuff that I could use to try to get any type of rest. I know Flip was going to use me in 2 or 3 minute segments, so I would probably have 3 to 4 minutes of rest and then have to get right back out. But when I got to Boston, obviously, we had a deeper team, a better team, and Doc Rivers did a great job, I felt like, of listening to me. I was listening to my body, but more importantly, we have offensive scores. I wanted to be more of the head of our defense. I wanted to be the one to be talking. Rondo and I had an immediate chemistry with that. it was something that it was natural between the two of us, and I think everybody else followed. Tibbs threw some schemes on top of some of the stuff that we was able to bring. Doc was open to some of the different ideas, scheme-wise, and the rest is history. Next thing you know, Cleveland is running out stuff. LeBron goes to Miami. Now Miami's running out stuff. Right. Next thing you know, Miami beats us with our stuff. It's evolution. Right. It's evolution. It's evolution, man. If I sit here and go through it and you sit back and go and watch it, you're like, holy snap. Wow, it's the same look. They're bringing the guy over, post up. Yeah, so, shout out to everybody and us innovative and bringing that defense. And shout to Tibbs, right.
And KG, I know you've got to run, but as always, you've always got a home here. Thanks for stopping by, and please come back.
Man, K-Hall, man, thank you. Thank 2K, man. I appreciate y'all bringing me through here, man. Anytime y'all need the guard, y'all let me know, man.
The best, Kevin Garnett. And Chris, one of the things that's really cool, getting to watch KG develop as a player and now develop as an analyst.
Well, it's fun. Having gone through the position where KG is, I know that it's not as an easy transition as he's making it look, but he has knowledge of the game. He is definitely one of the best defenders of our era. He's a winner, and so it's great to hear his insight anytime you can. His struggles this quarter continue. The D's done a good job.
Rondo against Jones. Outside Gibson. Inside, it's stolen by Rondo. Outside for Caldwell Pope. And another three for the Lakers.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And here's Jones. Passes it to Towns. Goes up the baseline, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Los Angeles on top, up 19. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said, we came out with a lot of energy.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Well, they haven't found a way to keep him quiet inside. I mean, their best bet probably would be to deny him the ball altogether, because when he gets it, they can't stop him.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Then there's Teague. Then it's Robert Covington. We know the guys who can fill it up are in high demand. A lot of guys, Chris, in this game with instant offense.
Oh, yeah, think about Eric Gordon, sixth man of the year, but can let it fly at any time. Of course, Steph Curry, the great Steph Curry.
Lou Williams, right?
Lou Williams. I got to go to my man, Jamal Crawford. You know, he's getting up there, but Benjamin Button is still Jay crossover, and he's letting it fly. And these are all guys I give it to him and say, I don't care how, just go get me a bucket.
Shot clock at 5. Pulls from the top of the key, and there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's foul number 2 for him. Lakers leading by 19 points. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Here's Harris. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
And Towns throws it down.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Top of the key, Harris. LeBron outside. Can't hit that one. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Covington wide open. He fires. A three-pointer off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. The pass to Jay. Harris looking it over. He kicks it to ball. To the middle. No good from Jay.
Thought he was going to be able to take advantage of the D there. He had the space.
And here's Covington from the arc. And James pulls it down. James has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Los Angeles with another miss.
He's got to be wondering, how did he miss that? I mean, he had all the space in the world.
Covington against LeBron. Poked away. Here's Towns. It's tipped. They retain possession. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. LeBron outside. And some very quick points for him on that possession. LeBron's got 8 points.
James loves pulling up immediately off the pass. You can't give him any breathing room, even when the pass is coming his way.
And the Timberwolves call time here. And isn't it amazing how overnight the Lakers went from a rebuilding team to a contending team now with LeBron?
Whatever team LeBron has been on has always been a threat to make the finals. Magic Johnson knows that. He was always a threat to make the finals. 9 for him. 8 for LeBron. I mean, the Lakers recognize and know that they have a 4-year window with LeBron now. Titles are a standard for Magic Johnson and the Lakers, and their commitment to bringing LeBron in shows that.
And it's Towns missing.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, because you're spread out. It could be difficult to contest these shots, but not for him.
Teague with the ball. 7 points in the game. Now Wiggins. Inside, Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Jay, the pass to ball. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. Minnesota making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. The Lakers also making some changes. Gibson with the steal. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. And there it is for him. Jones has got 5 points now this quarter.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
Jay, the pass to Caldwell Pope. 13 feet away. They get the rebound. Here's LeBron. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
LeBron is so aggressive, virtually unguardable, tough to contain when he's going up to shoot.
The Lakers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And the second free throw, good. Chris, when you were playing, you moved between a couple teams. What's the hardest part about getting traded that fans may not understand?
One is your ego. You don't want to usually leave. If you didn't ask for a trade, you don't want to leave that town, that city, the fans, or the players that have become friends. If you happen to be a parent, think about it. Your kids may be switching schools in the middle of the year. What if you have a kid that's in his senior year of school and you have to be traded and you may have to take the family with you? So many just tough situations for individuals and for families. The bond you develop with fans and the city and players, members of the organization is very strong. And so it's a lot of times it's shocking and hurtful. It's how quickly can you adjust, because that new team wants you and needs you badly.
Good insight.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Timberwolves have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. Jeff Teague, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And the Lakers also making a switch. Kuzma's checked in. Jay, the pass to Kuzma. Ingram kicks to Hart. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Kuzma, defended by Towns. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Jay. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves trail by 13. Outside Teague. Left side, Towns. Okogie. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. 24 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Lakers leading by 11. Here's Hart. Here's Jay. And yes, it's good.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Gibson the bounce pass. Okogie guarded by Kuzma. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And it's the Lakers on the break. Pass to Jay. Towns with the defensive effort.
That defense is as good as a block. I mean, what looks to be a layup turns into nothing.
Here's Jay. Can't cash in from close range. And so it's Los Angeles looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Back right after this. Luke Walton had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Be strong with it down here. Get good looks. On that end, we keep getting stopped. Great defense, great talking out there.
So he is loving the effort on the defensive end.
As he should. A supportive coach who knows when to give his guys some credit.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Caldwell Pope out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Harris. Then there's Jay. And it's Ingram in at the point. Ingram against T. Intercepted. Here's Harris. Softly drops in the floater. And the Lakers lead by 17.
Incredible use of the floater there. How do you guard Harris, especially when he's hitting shots like that?
Here's Teague. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Oh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Lakers. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Teague against Caldwell Pope. Outside Teague. Okogie. And he gets it to go from the corner. Los Angeles leading by 16. Caldwell Pope outside. Harris finds Caldwell Pope. Harris outside. And the 3 off target. Timberwolves shooting 47%, pretty solid. Pass to Teague, trying his luck deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Kuzma's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Jay. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Jay's got 7 points for the quarter.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Okogie. Minnesota working now with the new shot clock. Kicks it to Towns. No good on the triple.
You can't fault him for taking the 3 when he's that wide open. You can't pass that shot up.
Jay, the pass to Caldwell Pope.
I see him.
Ingram with it. Teague covering. To the middle. Here's Jay. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Teague against Caldwell Pope. Knocked loose and stolen by Kuzma. And the pass to Jay. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Jay's got 39.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Towns. Jay, the pass to Harris. See, Webb, there was a time when athletes spoke up about societal issues and they were simply told to, just stick to sports. That is no longer the case.
Basketball was built on players speaking their mind. The one thing about the game of basketball, whether you're from Serbia like my friend Vlade or you're from Detroit like me, it's an urban game. And you cannot leave the problems of urban society just because you were blessed with the talent to play basketball. And so many of us speak up on societal issues. Just because we made it doesn't mean that our friends and family are out of those situations. We're not in a bubble in which we don't see how those issues affect us, our family, or our friends. And so just because we're blessed with basketball abilities, sporting abilities, does not mean that we're exempt from the problems in society. And if we have a platform and can speak out, why not? And I'm very proud of what guys in the league has done, whether it's LeBron James and his scholarship program, or whether it's Chris Paul and others, or Steve Kerr speaking up for societal issues. For me, it's refreshing, but it also is in the lineage of the greats that started this game in basketball, speaking up for the voiceless.
Jay, defended by Towns. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Oh, look at that awareness of ball. Fantastic at recognizing when his teammates are wide open.
Timberwolves trail by 18. Okogie, guarded by Harris. They get it back.
Well, his stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to him.
Goes up at the stripe, and Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Down low. Floats one up. Teague can't hit. Lakers leading by 18. The wide open look here for Kuzma. Offline with his 3.
Well, this has not been his best effort. He's lucky his teammates have been there to bail him out.
Teague against Ball. Outside Teague. Kuzma pulls it in. The Lakers have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. The shot's good from Jay.
Just really unselfish there. Harris is someone who knows when one of his guys is wide open.
T kicks to Towns. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Towns has got 10 points here in the second half. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Lakers passing it around. Kuzma passes the ball. Ingram up top. On the wing, Harris. Defended by Gibson. Towns with the steal. To the middle. Here's Wiggins. Gibson finds Towns. Goes back up. And another shot. And no problem from Gibson as he finishes at the rim.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
What an incredible athlete. Once Harris has room to soar, he uses that jumping ability to just finish with fire.
Teague bounce pass. Okogie. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Robert Covington's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. James is checked in. Jay, the pass to Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Wow, you see how fast he got off the ground? I love whenever Kuzma rises up to throw it down.
We know that stars, especially superstars, get some level of benefit from the refs. What do you think of that? Is that good for the game?
I think the refs should always be fair. I think, yes, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt if you're James Harden and you can cross everyone over and you get 10 free throws a game. He earns those most nights. But, yeah, there's going to be some nights in which he gets a call or two here because as an offensive player, you want to be so aggressive that you put the referees in a tough position to make a tough call and to see what that was. Fans want to see the best players play, not sit. So you have to be judicious with how far you go, but just sometimes slip in the tendencies. I used to get so mad when all I would do is go challenge a shot. The human kickstand would kick his leg out. The ref would say I fouled him. I didn't foul him. And the best actor in the world would get to go to the line, get a 4-pointer. And okay, Caleb, what was the question again? Stars. Oh, superstars getting.
I don't know. Let's stop. Let's stop. Ball against T. Jay. Off target from outside.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
No, I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
Good, and Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
T kicks to Gibson. Cloak loose. The kick out to T. Timberwolves keep it alive. Sinks that one from the post.
Yeah, no question who's been the aggressor on the offensive glass.
Lakers leading by 18. Jay, the pass to Kuzma. And that one drops for him. Kuzma's got 4 this quarter.
Even under pressure, Kuzma keeps his concentration, refusing to let the defense alter his shot in the paint.
Minnesota calls timeout. Not too long ago, C-Web, triple-doubles were widely celebrated. Now you see much more of them all over the league. What's been the change there, do you think?
I think the change has been the style of play and the removal of the big men. Being that there are no longer a slew of 7-footers in there rebounding, guards can come in there and do some amazing things in rebounding. And I'm amazed with Westbrook coming in and rebounding over the 7-footers. You also have better spacing, and so if I'm a one-on-one player, I get past my guy. I can trust it that if I throw it to a wide-open shooter now, because of the way that we've drawn the defenses in, there may be a few more open looks. And so I still respect it. I still respect the energy, the focus, the fact that you have to be all over the floor to do it. But, you know, besides the fact that there's longer threes taken, or besides the fact that there's more small lineups, I still think it's a feat to be respected, even though we're seeing an increase in them now.
Towns comes with a double team. To the inside. Kuzma, that's good.
Awesome at keeping his balance. Sometimes guarding Kuzma is impossible for the defense.
T kicks to Towns. Back to T. Here's Gibson. A stupendous finish in traffic.
Love the grit on the offensive glass. Those are just effort points.
Los Angeles leading by 20. James outside. Pass to Jay. Covington against James. Jay off the mark there with the three-point shot.
His three-point game hasn't been there for him today, but don't sleep on him. At any moment, he could get his touch back.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Oh, good on that one. It's been a few years now since rules were put into place to curb the hack-a-shack strategy. See, Webb, do you think the NBA made the right choice in discouraging that style, that tactic?
You know, Kev, I'm torn on this one. I don't think so. I do think that the game would have gotten ugly, the pace would have gotten bad, but I think it would have been only a couple of years as players would have been embarrassed enough to improve their game. As I travel to different places, the one thing that's the difference between the United States and other places.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, so my old coach used to tell me about these sandwiches, and man, I feel like I could go for one of those right now, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sore.
Hey, AI. Guys in the studio have a few questions for you.
Oh, cool.
Right this way.
Thanks, Charlie.
Yeah.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Shaquille O'Neal to my right, Kenny the Jet Smith on my left, right here in the middle, I'm Ernie Johnson. And a chance now to head down to the locker room for our postgame interview.
Hey, this is Shaq. I got to give you credit. You're playing like an old school big man tonight, dominating on the glass, in the paint, communicating with your teammates. Talk about your approach heading into this game.
Well, Shaq, Coach is always telling us how important it is to battle on the glass. That's something that falls on the shoulders of big men on this team. You know, I just tried to come in with a hungry attitude, not give up on any single play, and that applies to both scoring and rebounding. I thought as a team we did a good job in both areas tonight.
Ernie, Kenny, I love this kid.
Love you too, Shaq.
And thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. We'll see you next time, and the time after that, too.
Here you go.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers with some momentum in their favor. They look at this as a great chance to grab another road win.
The NBA is hosting day and overnight camps for all skill levels for ages 8 through 17. Improve your game, have fun, meeting friends, and meeting the NBA players. Stop by the Beta System table and pick up a free brochure.
Fans, don't forget about our Bubblehead Giveaway Day. Come to the game, bring your family, and get a free Mavs-Man Bubblehead. Tickets are still available for the next game, so purchase your ticket today. Visit the ticket counter for available games or sign up for Maverick season tickets today. Never miss a game. Folks, don't forget to come out to the game for Calendar Day. What better way to pass the day than pictures of your favorite mascot, Mavs-Man, and our Mavericks fan center.
And fans, be certain to join us in our town promotional game. At the entrance, you'll receive your very...
The Mavericks look to take charge at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, and we're going to bring it to you live. And
well, guys, Lonzo Ball.
Thanks, David. Well, we're moving into the heart of the NBA season, Clark. Has chemistry and pecking order in a locker room been set by the coach and by the team at this point of the year?
Yeah, I think with veteran teams, it's pretty well established. But again, the makeup of your veterans is key there. With younger teams, though, I think they begin to – it's a process. It's an ongoing process of figuring out roles and pecking order. So as you get into the middle part of the season, the heart of it, I think the young guys do start to kind of figure it out.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Lonzo Ball out there with Harris, and it's Jay in at the 5, roaming the paint. 6 on the shot clock, and he gets the bucket. Porzingis has got the game going with his first points of the game for the Mavs.
First points of the night, and here we go.
Setting the tone early with the first bucket, and we're off.
To the paint, here's Jay, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Just really unselfish there. Harris is someone who knows when one of his guys is wide open.
Doncic kicks to Powell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Dwight Powell, a nice player who has carved out a good role for himself on this team. You can start him if you need to, Clark, or he'll give you a spark off the bench.
I think his greatest value is, though, bringing that spark off the bench. I mean, some guys are just as productive in limited minutes as they would be in starting minutes, so he's one of those kinds of guys. He's excellent at finishing around the rim and creating havoc with his activity at both ends of the floor.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, and I think all credit goes to that being just good offense. I mean, those are the kind of shots they want, and they got them.
Here's Porzingis, and it's blocked. Kuzma with it. He's against Porzingis. The shot's good from Kuzma.
Well, you got to shut these lanes off because Kuzma relishes the opportunity to finish around the rim.
Doncic with it. 20 points for him last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
And the shot's good from Jay.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Outside Hardaway. Passes to Doncic. Over James. Dallas again missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
And Greg, the foul trouble was a big chunk of it. I mean, it's hard to mount a comeback when all your key guys, your main players, are watching from the bench.
Harris kicks to Kuzma. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Harris against Hardaway. Right side, Porzingis to stop the drought. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And, you know, I think if you're a Lakers fan, you've got to be excited about this young core. I mean, had a fantastic draft in 2017 and got really good building block players in Ball, Kuzma, and Hart.
And Clark, to that 2017 draft group, you add Ingram. Great for this franchise.
And you consider the Lakers lost a pick last year and almost lost another one the year before, Kevin. I think they've done a good job finding talent late in the draft.
Me too. That one misses.
Always got to keep an eye on the ball. No pun intended. He's a guy that can do a little bit of everything. A triple-double threat every game.
Hardaway against Harris. Lets it go from 11. Powell kicks to Porzingis. Tries again. Count it. Porzingis has got 5.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
And this is the kind of guy Harris is, looking for his guys, wanting to make them better.
Mavericks trail by 7. Doncic passes to Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
So it's the Lakers now. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game, and he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Lakers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. Here's Doncic. Rebound the Lakers. There's the 3. Nice shot by Rondo. Rondo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly they've been the better team so far.
Here's Powell. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Jay. To the middle. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on. And I think that's got to affect your mental game. I mean, missing open shots like that, unacceptable, and it'll probably mess with your head a little bit, too.
Mavericks trail by 12. Here's Brunson. 17 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
And you know, Kevin, his creativity really on display that night. I mean, he was threading beautiful passes everywhere.
Doncic. Corey Harris with the block.
I mean, you have to be cognizant of where Harris is. He's solid at timing when the block shots.
Los Angeles leading by 9. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul. Upside Rondo, down low. Again, Los Angeles.
pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Dallas calls timeout. One of those ongoing discussions about adding a fourth referee, Clark. Would that help us, you think, call the game more accurately?
No, it would just crowd the court more.
Right.
I mean, come on, what are we talking about here? There's a human element to everything we do. Calls are going to be missed. We've grown and gotten better and highlighting different aspects of calls, being more transparent about it. The video replay, I think, has been more good than bad in the game. There are going to be mistakes. You make them, I make them, the referees make them, coaches make them, players make them. We can't totally eliminate the human element of the game. A fourth official would not add to the ability to get more calls right. They're getting 94, 95% of them right now. You think another official is going to move the needle? Come on.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And with the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard showing us this month's top passers. LeBron James third.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
And, you know, Porzingis plays with such fearlessness. I love that about him. And he's also a big guy with some agility and endless range. This guy has in the gym range, if anybody has that.
Now here's Rondo. Burke covering. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Burke with the ball. Dallas no good that time either.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
The Mavericks shooting their set. Nowitzki is out there with Dwight Powell. And it's Smith. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Brunson in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Last game for the Mavericks, it was a loss to Philadelphia. He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Timberwolves was a driven player. He finished with 45 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
And you know what, Greg? I think defensively they're going to be ready for him. They won't make things easy. Coming off a game like he just had, I mean, he's going to get a bunch of attention.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Smith, the pass to Brunson. Clock at 6. Nowitzki finds Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Yes, he did. The floor awareness of Nowitzki, admirable. Does a stellar job working the ball over to the open man.
Here's Jay, and no good that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, the outcome in that one was not determined until late in the game. A gritty back-and-forth battle throughout, and, man, what a tough way to lose.
Ball kicks to Stevenson. Back to Ball. Pass to Jay. And the Lakers with another miss. Mavericks trail by 16. Hardaway with a wide-open look from outside off the mark.
Has not made another three since the one he drilled in the first, but still, you got to defend him from beyond the arc.
No good from Jay.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far. And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. The Lakers also with a sub. Harris is checked in. Here's Brunson. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Harris, trying to get something going. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. To the paint, and stolen by Kuzma. Here's Ball. Los Angeles with another miss. Mavericks have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Corey Harris. Charity stripe shot, and Kuzma gets it to go on the assist from Harris. Kuzma's got his second basket of the night. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Lakers?
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Dallas calls timeout. Mark, when you played some tremendous talent at the forward position, as you go back in your Rolodex, who was the toughest matchup for you?
Well, I look at some of the names of guys that I played against. Mark Aguirre, Larry Bird, obviously Kevin McHale in Boston. Calvin Nat was terrific with Portland at the time. Marcus Johnson in Milwaukee. Bernard King in New York probably was the toughest guy I had to deal with because he was such an animal and beast as a scorer and was relentless in his movement without the ball. He was probably the hardest guy I had to check.
Boy, some great names there.
Yeah, big-time scores at that forward position.
And the pass to Brunson. The offensive rebound. Powell fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And you know, Kevin, Dwight Powell's combination of athleticism and focus allow him to score despite getting bumped around.
Lakers leading by 15. Here's Jay. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. 18 points for Jay.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Passes it to Kuzma. Ball with it. Lakers passing it around. Jay, the pass to Kuzma. Here's Jay, and that one drops for him. Jay's got 20.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Brunson, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Jay, the pass to Hart, uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Lakers lead by 17.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Outside Hardaway. A floater, and the layup is good. Hardaway has got 4 this quarter.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Here's Harris. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And it's Hardaway again missing.
Yeah, he's costing them right now, sabotaging them a little bit. He's got to find his shot if they want to win this game.
Up top, Kuzma, guarded by Porzingis. Book it on the money from Jay. 22 points for him.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Textbook. Nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Porzingis. Lakers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That free throw good from Jay. Doncic is checked in for Smith. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Los Angeles. He hits both from the stripe. Mavericks trailed by 19. Runs in the pass to Porzingis. Off target from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
That's his first.
This pause in the action gives us a chance to see the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers this month. The Lakers, number 1.
And you always like to see aggressive defense. And then when you can convert mistakes into points offensively, that's a big key.
The first free throw is good.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Now, Doncic. They know he's going to give him a lift with his scoring. He's averaging 16 points a game. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 9 points.
Love that aggressive mentality, constantly looking to put the ball in the basket.
Lakers leading by 19. Jay, the pass to Kuzma. Jay, guarded by Powell, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
So it's the Lakers now. Harris passes to Jay. Here's Kuzma. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now, here's Doncic. He's tightly guarded. Over to the wing. Here's Brunson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Ingram passes to Jay. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Porzingis.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call. James checked in for the Lakers. Rondo comes in for Ball.
The former Blue Devil, Brandon Ingram, was taken 2nd overall back in 16, was deemed as untouchable by his front office as they rebuilt the roster. He's a big part of what the Lakers want to do over the next few years.
To the paint, here's Jay, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Yeah, you got to respect the awareness level of Rondo. When his teammates have a clean look at the basket, the ball gets there without hesitation.
Burke finds Mesri. Gas break, the Lakers. Ball going up court. Here's Jay. Mesri with the rebound. Mesri's got 6 rebounds in the game. Outside Hardaway. Clock at 6. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And for the Western Conference, we have a chance now to recognize our Player of the Week, Jay.
And when you have a big man carrying as much of the load as he has, it just makes things so easy for the rest of your team. Completely deserving of the award.
James looking it over. Pass to Rondo. Lakers passing it around. Here's Ingram. Burke covering. Jay, the pass to Harris. He kicks to LeBron. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, you know, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now. Doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column.
Pulls it from the elbow. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
And, you know, that pass wasn't deflected or anything, Kevin. Don't see that often. An unfortunate, unforced turnover.
Some changes for the Lakers. And so it's Los Angeles, out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Put that back down. Like a young, fresh out. I've been the jet. I'm gonna get out, knocking off her dread. Money on my mind, all I think about is bread. Tell your off my she keeps trying to give me a bunch of young sick with it like 40, 350 years.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Harris is out there with ball, and it's Jay in at the 5. Hey, Clark, which players, and veterans in particular, do you think have done a great job of adapting their games to remain effective?
Yeah, you know, these lists are pretty long, but I think of Sean Livingston. Remarkable talent, went through some injuries and has found a home at Golden State. Trevor Ariza has been a terrific role player on a couple of teams in his career. Impact player at both ends. You think about Paul Millsap, a guy who has been able to transition to a couple of different teams and provide leadership and great production. So those guys come to mind. Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Ball with a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper.
You know, Ball, despite the quirkiness of the shot, he does have a quick release, so you got to know he's a threat to score whenever he has it in his hands.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's his third foul of the game. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. Now, here's Doncic. James covering. Clock at 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. James has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Jay. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Jay's got 34.
Great basketball from him, Kevin. A commanding performance, helping add to the lead this quarter.
Porzingis at the elbow. And stolen by Harris. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The Lakers have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night. And the free throw, no good. To the inside, it's stolen by Harris. There's the pass to Jay. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. 36 points for Jay.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Dallas calls timeout.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
Well, you look at Jay. He's out in front. The fans reacting to his wonderful play this year in the Western Conference. And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Kept alive. Powell. It's deflected, and he recovers it. And the dunk by Powell.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by Los Angeles.
Lakers have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Jay, the pass to LeBron. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. James has got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Down low, Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Yeah, really good to see Powell playing within the offense and taking quality shots and riding his hot hand.
Harris against Hardaway. Deflects the pass. The shot's good from Jay. Jay's got 38 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
He was all alone on that one.
don't think we'll ever see another 7'3" player who can drain the three like Porzingis. He takes the idea of that inside-outside threat to a whole nother level.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Dallas gets called for the foul. The Lakers have missed 4 of their 8 free throws up to this point. Things not really going their way at the line yet.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Dallas.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Runs in the pass to Powell. Porzingis trying to get free. Tries again. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
And here is Ball. He has 5. LeBron kicks to Ball. Out to the right wing. Jay, the pass to LeBron. Passes it to Jay. 5 on the clock. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Here's Brunson. Back to Porzingis. Here's Doncic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And looking at Luka Doncic, incredibly mature for his age. Physically, the broad shoulders, weighing in about 230. Mentally, though, advanced understanding of how to play the game.
And the Lakers making a change here. Stevenson's checked in. You know, Greg, it's amazing that Doncic, at his age, could already have such a complete offensive game.
I mean, a terrific skill set. In Europe, Doncic spent plenty of time as a primary ball handler. Obviously can score in a number of ways, just a versatile threat. And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
And, you know, this is what Powell does best. Establishes himself deep inside and jams it home.
Lakers leading by 21. Kuzma kicks to Stevenson. Jay, the pass to Kuzma. In the corner, it's Harris. In the corner, it's Stevenson. Doncic with the steal. Pass to Brunson. He's off on that one, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. To the inside, Kuzma. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
I tell you what, he's doing his best to contribute, but he's been out of sync, out of rhythm. Luckily, his team still is in front.
Yep, it counts. LA has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Kuzma kicks to Stevenson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Pass to Harris. Down low, Porzingis with the steal. Here's Brunson. Out to Smith. Takes a 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Smith's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And Smith loves pulling up from 3. Never scared to fire when he's out beyond.
Harris outside. Jay, the pass to Kuzma. Harris outside. Now the pass to Kuzma. Tries from 10. That one falls. Kuzma's got 6 points.
You know, for such a young player, Kuzma has a tremendous amount of confidence and seems to be comfortable no matter where he is and what the circumstance is.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And talking about Carlisle's outside interests, one I know of, he's an excellent pianist.
And you know what? He is. And he's played with a well-known musician or two in concert. Also an avid pilot. This guy is a renaissance man.
Free throw good, LeBron. Average value of an NBA team, Clark, over $1 billion. And I can't even believe I'm saying that, but the league wasn't always so healthy and always thriving the way it is now.
Yeah, every business goes through periods of prosperity and challenge. The league, NBA, no different. Early 80s, there were real struggles and challenges. Then there was a real bump as we got into the late 80s and into the 90s, plateaued a bit, and now we're on a great ascension. But the players and the league have really worked well together to bring the league to a greater level of popularity and success in this time period now. And you can't discount the big money from TV contracts. That fuels the fire quite a bit as well.
Burke is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Mejri. And it's Powell in at the four-man position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And it's LeBron missing. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Now, here's Doncic. Inside, Mejri.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
James kicks to Ingram. Back to James. And the dunk by James.
Now that's some hang time. What a pretty double clutch move.
Agree, Greg. You can afford to get fancy on your way up when you've got that kind of space.
And space is what he had, fellas. Soft defense there.
Low block shot. And Hardaway gets it to go.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Harris outside. Ball, the pass to Jay. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. And that'll be his third foul so far. We're hearing more players and coaches express their political beliefs, their social concerns, trying to, in a positive way, affect change, Clark.
And Kevin, I applaud it, respect it, admire it, and can't get enough of it. As long as players and coaches are well informed about that which they talk about, and most of the NBA guys are. And I think it's important that wherever we are in life that we use our platforms to express our views. That's part of what being a citizen of this country is about. So I don't think you necessarily compartmentalize your life. If there are issues that are dear to you, that you want to speak out on and educate yourself about, then you use your platform for that purpose while performing your job, which just happens to be playing NBA basketball or coaching NBA basketball.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Now, here's Doncic. He's covered closely. And the rejection by LeBron. Beyond the arc. Brunson, good.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure. But unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And James with the basket on the assist from Harris. 16 points for LeBron. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they've really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
Out to Ingram. Jay, the pass to Ball. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Clock at 6. Top of the key. Again, Los Angeles.
The shot-making ability of Ingram, persistent in how he attacks the defense. I love it.
Doncic with it. Pass to Hardaway. Here's Brunson. Back to Hardaway. Misses the three.
And you know what? If you're the defense,
you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half and really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Los Angeles. Clark, if you were a general manager, and I think you'd make an outstanding one, during the pre-draft process in particular, a player has declined to work out for you. Would you still consider drafting?
Yeah, I would consider it. Again, there would be some extenuating circumstances. Why has he declined? What have we seen? Obviously, I'm hopeful that my scouting staff has taken a look at him, and I've seen the kid up close and in person and done my due diligence, so I've got a comfort level with who he is and what he can become. But I don't think the declining of a workout is enough reason to just dismiss a prospect that you like.
The Mavericks have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Doncic with it, working on James, and Hardaway gets it to go.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
The Lakers have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. To the middle, Jay, the pass to Kuzma. In the corner, it's James. Pass to Jay. And it's Ball at the elbow. The pass to Jay. 3 on the clock. From deep. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
The shot by Powell, no good. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Los Angeles. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Teams of the past would often pound the offensive glass, Clark. I think of the 84 Celtics. But now teams are running only 1, maybe 2 guys to the offensive boards.
I think a big part of it is transition defense is so important that teams now don't send as many people to the offensive glass. But the flip side of that is if you get offensive rebounds, you get opportunities to score, and you can thwart transition chances. So I tilt towards trying to get to the offensive glass as long as you've got a couple of guys that are really good at it.
Ball, the pass to Jay. And he can't bank that one in. Dallas has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. Down low, here's Kleba. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Here's Jay.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
That free throw good from Jay. Lance Stephenson's checked in for the Lakers. Rondo comes in for Lonzo Ball. Mavericks have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. Here's Doncic. Good D by Stevenson. Lakers shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. And it's Rondo penetrating, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And just enjoy watching Rondo utilize that speed on the drive. Just kind of nice through the defense there and dares you to attack it.
Clark, when you were playing to complement your inside game, you had that wonderful mid-range jumper, but more and more, players are going away from it.
I think it's all driven by analytics, Kevin. I mean, everything is about the three-point shot, efficiency of your possessions, go for 3 when you can or get it to the rim. And that makes sense from a mathematical standpoint. From a game standpoint, though, if a quality shot is a mid-range shot for a good shooter, I think you should take them all the time. I mean, that would just be my posture. So I differ with the analytics. I understand what they say. But if I was coaching, guys get a good mid-range jumper from a quality shooter, we're shooting it every time.
Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Pass to Kleba. Launches it. No good there. And it's the Lakers the other way. Here's Jay. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Passes it to Doncic. Sinks the three-pointer.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Jay, guarded by Porzingis. Chandler finds Rondo. And here's Stevenson. Left side, Chandler. Lakers passing it around to the paint. Here's Jay. That one doesn't go. Nice D from Porzingis. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That will be foul number 5 on him. Measury, he's checked in for Dallas. Dallas has gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded by Stevenson. Pass to Porzingis. Shoots from 14. Hits the front of the rim and out.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Tipped away. Stevenson passes to Jay. To the inside. And got it! Another basket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Maverick shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Doncic passes to Brunson. Measury with it. He's covered by Rondo. And the basket good by Measury.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
The pass to Jay. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. A lot of super teams trying to form right now, Clark, in the NBA. Golden State, one of them. Talk about some of the sacrifices stars have to make, for instance, in Houston, when they join forces.
Kevin, that's such a great point, and one that's often just overlooked or underemphasized, the sacrifices you have to make to be a championship team, and usually that starts at the top of your roster with your best players. And sometimes they have to bend and mold their games to the people around them. So that's the hard part of it. Just because you put together a lot of talent, as we've seen, doesn't mean you're going to win a championship. So the sacrifices, the commitment, those are big parts of contending for titles.
The Mavericks shooting very well right now, 52% in this fourth quarter. Kicks it to Burke. The dish now to Doncic. Pass to Measury. 6 to shoot. Here's Burke. Lays it up off the glass.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Los Angeles.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins.
Greg, if it ain't broke, why fix it? I mean, why change anything? Knowing how well they played in those 2 games, they probably couldn't wait for this one to wrap up the sweep of the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jay.
You know, getting a triple-double isn't easy because I never had one of those, but somehow he made it look easy, just showing you how versatile his game is.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Here's Rondo. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
And, Greg, you know how hard it is to win on the road, but they seem to have this one firmly in control and have been very impressive today.
Here's Doncic. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it.
And, guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, frustrating to say the least. I mean, don't even know why they're trying anymore. This one is a wrap.
Passes it to Stevenson. To the left wing, inside. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.
Good win, fellas.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Lakers going up against the Detroit Pistons. This Pistons group has been getting things done. They're hoping tonight will be a signature win for them, taking on a tough team on their home court. They'll need 4 quarters of near-flawless play to knock them off. And tonight, we'll see Andre Drummond, one of the more voracious rebounders in league history. But Shaq, where does he stand as a franchise-level player?
Well,
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's home to Tinseltown and the Lakers, Los Angeles, California. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Thanks very much. Andre Drummond is the most prolific rebounder in the league. He said, every time I see a shot go up, it's like a pass.
He definitely is tough to handle in there, David. Thanks so much. Steve, compared to when you played, talk about elements of the game that are now easier for the players than, like I said, when you play.
I think if you start on the floor, the game is less physical. There's no more handshaking. There's no more chucking. There's no more hard fouls when they're throwing you up against the stanchion. And then I think off the court, the travel. I started when we flew commercial, Kevin. Now every team is flying private. I think the travel is definitely easier for players.
Not only flew commercial, Smitty, but we used to fly in the first flight out every morning, like 6 a.m.
Yes.
flights after a game, after a night game.
I remember those days. The positive was you didn't practice a lot when you got to those cities.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. The big men are Griffin and Drummond. Jackson is out there with Kennard, and it's Robinson in at the 3, the small forward. Drummond up top. Outside for Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Robinson for 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Harris outside. Pass to Jay. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
First quarter, you're really testing the defense, trying to find their weaknesses.
Jackson looking around. Kennard kicks to Griffin. Here's Drummond, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on LeBron James.
It's hard to contest Andre Drummond inside. All you can do is try to make him earn his money at the line. Andre Drummond, a prototype athlete at the center position. He checks every box. Leaping ability, lateral mobility, you name it.
The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Jackson kicks to Robinson. Pass to Drummond. Outside Griffin. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Griffin inside. He's against Kuzma.
I mean, you have to be cognizant of where Harris is. He's solid at timing when to block shots.
And he comes up with the deuce. Ball's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. Back to Jackson. The Pistons working the ball around now. Griffin against Kuzma. Here's Kennard. Boy, he was something else against San Antonio.
You know, the offense has just looked out of sync. Only 1 of 5 from the field.
The shot's good from Jay.
Do you see the game plan is working already? 4 straight makes to start this one.
Pistons trail by 6. Jackson passes to Robinson. Now here's Drummond. D right on him. Misses from short range.
No hesitation. He took it right to the rack. But a quick reaction by the defense. After 4 straight makes, couldn't quite get that one to go down. Still a terrific start.
Knocks it loose. Robinson kicks to Jackson. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Hammers the alley-oop through.
With the flexibility to adjust at the rim, Drummond can catch the pass almost anywhere and still throw it down.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Griffin down low, guarded by Kuzma. Jackson, it's deflected.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
Pass to Kuzma. And he banks in the layup. Kuzma's got his first bucket in this one.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Drummond finds Jackson. Here's Kennard. And another 3 for Detroit.
You know, Blake Griffin, he gives you a little bit of everything offensively. Terrific court awareness.
And Jackson with the block. Here's Kennard, guarded by Harris. It's hauled in by LeBron.
How many times have you seen him do that? Losing focus on a simple lay-in.
Steve, for the Pistons, improving chemistry on and off the court has been a big focus.
Yes, locker room leadership and pieces that fit together on the court. It's about building a team in every sense of the word.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. When LeBron came over to Los Angeles, Greg, many wondered how the younger players would fare. They've done a pretty good job working alongside him.
And you can see it in the record for the Lakers. Many might have been skeptical to how this roster would work together, but they've been terrific. You have to give kudos to the coaching staff and all the players for buying in.
He kicks to Harris. To the middle, here's Jay. Good D by Drummond. Pistons trail by 3. Outside Robinson. Outside Jackson. And there's the pass to Drummond. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in. Drummond's got his second bucket of the night.
No, they didn't put enough body on Drummond. He has too much talent for that.
Jay, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. It's a 3-point game. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus, but they held each other accountable and played hard.
Pistons trail by 3. Griffin with it. He also had a big impact in that win against the Spurs.
I'm not sure how you defend that. Drummond with an overwhelming advantage in both size and athleticism.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
interconference showdown. You love to see clubs that don't play each other often go head-to-head.
I like it. East versus West. This is a very intriguing matchup.
Here's Kuzma. Buries it down low.
The beauty of the teardrop. Very difficult to really contest.
Detroit's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Jackson kicks to Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
The playmaking of Reggie. A work in progress, but looking good right there.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. That's 12 points for Jay.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Outside Robinson. And here's Griffin. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. JaVale McGee's checked in for Los Angeles. Brandon Ingram comes in for Harris. And then for Detroit, John Lure comes in for Blake Griffin. And Ellington is subbed in for Glenn Robinson III. Here's Kennard. He's covered by Ingram. Here's Lure. Great D that time from Jay.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Passes to Kennard. He dishes it to Drummond. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Even though Drummond has been extending his range, this is where he makes his living, in the painted area.
Pass to Jay. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
That's about as violent as a rim rocker as it gets. A real confidence builder.
Jackson against Ball. Jackson misses.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Pistons trail by 5. Now here's Ellington. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside Jackson. Here's Lure. Got a hand on it. And it's the Lakers on the break. Ingram's running. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Love how Ingram toys with the opposition, drawing contact very easily on these kinds of attempts.
First trip to the line for him here. He's off on the first. There's a real art, isn't there, Steve, to drawing charges? Who are some of the best at doing that you see now on a game-to-game basis?
You know, DeMarcus Cousins stands out because he's a center. You're used to seeing centers block shots.
Right.
But he can get in position and take charges. Draymond Green loves to take charges. Kemba Walker does it from the point guard position. Marcus Smart, Patrick Beverly. Those are some of the names, and the list goes on and on.
And those guys are tough guys, too. They have a toughness, grit factor about them.
Yeah, you got to have that, Kevin, if you're going to bounce your head off the floor.
Lakers leading by 4. Inside. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Rondo against Smith. Down low. Here's Lure.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Pistons have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number.
Outside Jackson. Griffin against Kuzma. Puts it up from 12. That shot by Griffin, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Harris is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Jay in at the 5. That's the Laker 5. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Mavericks got the job done. He finished with 51 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. But we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
It's going to be tough. I'm sure their entire defensive game plan is centered around how to stop him. They're going to be all over him.
He just powered that one down. One of the game's top dunkers. To the inside, Kuzma kicks to LeBron. A nice passing here by Los Angeles. To the paint, here's Jay. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Jay's got the lead up to 7 now for the Lakers.
Wonderful recognition there. When you leave someone open around Harris, he's going to make you pay.
And that one's good, Griffin. Griffin's got 5 points now this quarter.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Ball. Sweet little floater. And the Lakers lead by 7.
And how clever is this guy? Just no fear going with the soft, high-arcing floater.
That's tipped, and it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. On defense, the Lakers. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And this is what can happen when Drummond gets into a rhythm, able to score with some consistency.
Here's Jay. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Andre Drummond picks one up.
The new head coach of Detroit is Dwayne Casey. They're lucky he was available. He guided the Raptors to a franchise-best 59 wins last season, and he was the coach of the year.
And it goes to show you that any coach can get fired. Casey, one of the most successful, highly regarded coaches in the league, and Smitty still got let go.
If you learn about all he's overcome, all the tough jobs he's worked in the past, you knew he'd take it on the chin and keep on trucking.
And the wide-open shot from Griffin. Again, the Pistons score.
Blake is okay with the catch-and-shoot jump shot, looking comfortable.
Jay, the pass to Harris. Kuzma kicks the ball. To the wing right side. And there's the pass to Jay. Stolen by Robinson. Pass to Jackson. Smith trying to break loose. Offensive rebound. Drummond. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
Taking what the defense offers up, Smith with good vision there finds the open man.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. To the paint, here's Jay. That's good again, his 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
Mr. Dependable tonight, helping them grow this lead.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 3. Robinson for 3. Rebound the Lakers. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Ball against Jackson. Ball, the pass to James. That one drops for him. And now a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
It's amazing. He is on fire here in the second period after going scoreless in the first.
Tipped away. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Harris, no good. Pistons trailed by 5. And Robinson wide open. He shoots and misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Jay, throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
The free throw off from Jay. When you played on the road, Smitty, just how much did you hear comments from the crowd? Home or away, but I'm guessing more on the road than at home.
Yeah, on the road you hear some interesting comments from a lot of the fans. And a lot of times I didn't want to drown it out. I wanted to hear because it fueled me. And to get a chance to, I wouldn't say engage. I would tell young players not to engage. But the one thing I would do, Kevin, when you get going, you just kind of catch that fan, you get eye contact, and you give them that smile. And that's where I think you really attack them by your facial expressions.
Good explanation. And a wide open look for James. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist in this one. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
And the Pistons making a change here. Kennard's checked in. Pistons trail by 12. Jackson kicks to Griffin. To stop the run. Drummond finds Griffin. Pistons passing it around to the middle. And Drummond throws it down.
As good as Drummond is, he still has much more room to grow, especially as a scorer.
Passes it to Ball. They get a hand on it and stolen by Drummond. Griffin attacking. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Blake Griffin, an all-star for his first 5 seasons in the NBA, but not the last 3. He's still an impact player, though. We'll see if he can crack the roster in the East.
Ingram, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. Jay, the pass to James. Over Robinson. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. James has got 11 points in the quarter. So it's Detroit now. It's a 10-point game. Jackson kicks to Robinson. Got a piece of it. Now Griffin, 11 points in the game, just 5 to shoot.
And Blake Griffin said early in his career he used to rely on his athleticism to get by. He said the problem was every season he'd be worn out by February. So diversifying his offensive game has helped him to kind of withstand the rigors of a long NBA season.
The first free throw is good.
You know, it's interesting. Blake has increased his shooting range, but that hasn't really carried over to the free throw line.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Ellington's checked in. And Greg, you look at a lot of the volume dunkers over the years. Their bodies often wear down. You think of Amari Stoudemire, Antonio McDyess, even Dwight Howard.
Yeah, and I think Griffin could see the writing on the wall. He used to get over 200 dunks in a season. Now, less than half that number. But the trade-off, hopefully, will be longevity and an increased skill set.
And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. Pachulia, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, and Ball jumps all over the defense, especially when they give him a lane to the basket. Outstanding at forcing the issue.
Lewis checked in for Detroit. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And this is obviously where you'd like to see a 2-for-1.
End of quarter, great time to squeeze out an extra possession.
Now here's Ellington. He's covered by Ball. Here's Kennard. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Kennard's got 5 now. Here's Jay. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, what a quarter for him. Firing on all cylinders, putting this team in a good place.
Ball against Jackson. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
That's the modern day NBA. Complain about the call and hope the next one goes your way.
Here's Jay. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And now it's a 10-point Laker lead.
Beautiful pass. LeBron, fun to watch. Intelligent, outstanding read.
And that concludes the first half. Lakers lead by 10. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks. Dwayne, not the night you want so far. What do you see happening out there?
I don't know what has happened, but our defensive concentration, rotation has gone the way of the Buffalo. And I don't know what it is. I could care less about offense. You know, we're going to score. That's not the problem. It's making up our mind and having a commitment to the defensive end.
Okay, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Well, we saw in the first half, he has a nice mixture of moves down low, and they've been going to him.
He is reliable down there. Once he gets going, he is a machine.
On the court for the Pistons, the athletic front pair is Griffin and Drummond. Jackson is out there with Kennard, and it's Robinson in at the small forward position.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
Pass to Jay. Griffin with the steal. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. Outside Griffin. Shoots over Kuzma. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Griffin.
Blake Griffin has a little bit of shake and bake in his game. Nice move off the dribble.
Harris looking it over. Now the pass to Jay. James in the post. Robinson on him. The fader. That one no good. And Detroit the other way now. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Reads the play, quick reaction, almost comes up with that steal.
Here's Jackson. Over Ball.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
Rebound by the Pistons. Drummond's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Kennard, covered by LeBron, and Drummond throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. Blanketed by the D, he fights to the rim for the layup. Griffin's got 18 points.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Pass to Kuzma. Here's Jay. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 11 rebounds in the game. Pistons trail by 4. Jackson kicks to Griffin. Shoots over Kuzma. Griffin's shot is off.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, easy call.
The Lakers have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Lakers. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Smitty, with all the different arenas you've played in and all the cities you've traveled to as a player, which city do you think, looking back, was the hardest to play in for whatever reason?
This is an easy question. Detroit, Michigan, Kevin, because I was raised there and played college basketball. The ticket request going home was definitely hard.
I bet.
Because now you're starting to ask teammates, you're starting to ask everybody for tickets, and I just never had enough.
And it was expensive to buy tickets.
Yes, indeed.
And everyone wanted one.
Everybody. My first game, Kevin, ever back in Detroit, 300 tickets.
Oh.
Glad I had good teammates, though. They helped me.
And Stevenson's checked in for LeBron. That's good from Jay. Pistons trail by 9. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Back to Jackson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Passes it to Kennard. Clock at 6. Bobbed up there for Drummond. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Timing perfect on the pick and roll. Drummond showing good feel for this play.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Back to Harris. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
And right there, a little miscommunication on that pass.
Some changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee. Rondo kicks to Caldwell Pope. Stolen by Lure. Now here's Ellington. He's guarded closely. Pass to Smith. Lure up top for the tie. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
They grab their own miss, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Detroit gets called for the foul. And the first one at the line is good.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal. And his work at the free throw line has been terrific tonight, making the most of his chances.
Smith surveying the D. Back to Lure. He tries for 3. No good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Los Angeles with another miss. Pistons trail by 4.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Smith against Rondo. The pass to Kennard. 5 on the clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Lure can't hit.
You want to talk about ugly? This team is losing, partly because he hasn't drained a shot all night.
And just carrying over from his last game, completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
Shots good by Kennard.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Here's a look at some stats for Jay. The past month has been surreal. First in scoring, first in steals, and of course, he's the #1 shot blocker in the league. Just an imposing presence inside.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. #1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Harris is checked in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Here's Rondo. Excellent defense there from Smith.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Pass to Lure. On the wing, Jackson. Here's Pachulia. It's blocked. They recover it. Second chance shot. They shoot again. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And there's the experience of Pachulia, catching the defender off balance.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him. Ball's checked in for Los Angeles. And Detroit with a change here too. Robinson's checked in for Smith.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
That's great offense. LeBron does it over and over again, whether it be for himself or for one of his teammates.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Pistons, trailing by 4. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. The Lakers with the ball. LeBron passes to Jay. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here's Jackson. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Just a strong, assertive defender. You like seeing Harris be this aggressive in terms of contesting shots.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Let's listen now to head coach Luke Walton review the game plan with his team.
We're doing a better job of making shots. Good job just playing ball out there. But on defense, they're swinging it where they want. A couple misses they did have, we didn't grab the...
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Los Angeles leading by 6. The forwards are Ingram and LeBron. Harris is out there with ball, and it's Jay in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Laker 5.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
That's the modern-day NBA. Complain about the call and hope the next one goes your way.
Back to Lure, and stolen by James. Here's Jay. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 8th assist in the game. Pistons trailed by 8. Passes to Jackson. And there's the feed to Pachulia.
And just trying to match Zaza's physicality may have gone a little overboard.
First free throw is good. Good on both. Los Angeles leading by 6. To the middle, here's Harris. A slam dunk by Corey Harris.
And what it looks like now, guys, their confidence is growing, and so is this lead.
But they can't just sit back and enjoy it. They need to keep up the momentum.
Here's Robinson, and the dunk by Robinson.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking.
And, guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Anytime you get an opportunity to show off a little bit, you have to take it.
Kennard kicks to Lure. Jackson against Harris. Knocked away. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And it's a 10-point Los Angeles lead. Jackson passes to Kennard. This one for 3. Rebound by Jay. Jay's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. The basket good off the assist from Corey Harris. Harris has got 6 assists here tonight.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Pachulia with it. He's picked up by LeBron. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
It's interesting. So many big, bruising centers in the league who can't shoot free throws, but Pachulia's actually pretty good at it.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Jay, the pass to Ball. Ingram kicks to Harris. To the inside. And that one's good. Ingram. And the Lakers lead by 13.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Without question, Jay displaying his skills today.
You know, this is the right move. Maybe a break in the action will cool him down.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. He said, do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys.
Ingram kicks to Harris. Jay, the pass to Ball. Here's Jay. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Jay's got 46 points. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. 15-point game. Right side Robinson. Pass to Kennard. Clock at 6. That one a little long.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Oh, great ball movement there.
Pistons trail by 17. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pachulia finds Jackson. Looking to get it going, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
After putting up zeros in the first half, he is making up for it big time now.
The Lakers making a switch here. Kuzma's checked in. Detroit also making some changes. Andre Drummond comes in for Zaza Pachulia. And Blake Griffin subbed in for Lure.
You can tell he is on a mission down the stretch. Attack offensively and build on this lead.
Bobbed up there for Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. LeBron kicks the ball. Here's Jay. Good D by Drummond. Pistons trail by 14. Griffin passes to Jackson. It's Drummond, high post. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. Well, Steve, we've just come out of the first year where we saw legislation from the NBA about resting players. How do you feel about the new rules so far?
You know, I like them. I love that when you start to see these teams that was resting players on national televised games, but I think overall just resting players. I think our contract says that we play 82 games unless you're injured. And if a guy is injured, you understand. But I love the new rules that was implemented.
I agree.
And Ball sets up his teammates. When they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Kuzma against Griffin. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
We know how strong Griffin is, but he has the ability also to adjust his body in midair to draw the contact.
Lakers leading by 11. Jay, the pass to Kuzma. Ball kicks to LeBron. Lakers working the ball around now. And Kuzma gets it to go on the assist by Ball. Kuzma's got 9 points now in just the second half. And the pass to Robinson. Back to Jackson. In the corner, it's Griffin. Good on the triple. Griffin's got 6 points in the quarter.
Look at Blake Griffin knocking down that three-point shot. You can see the increased confidence he has with it.
Timeout called the Lakers. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. Los Angeles has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Ball with the bucket.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
Outside, Robinson. Top of the key, Griffin. Inside, Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Ball kicks to James. Jay, the pass to Ball. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
Griffin against Kuzma. And stolen by James. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz. Then on Sunday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for that game against the Thunder, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
To the inside. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Pass to Drummond. Back to Jackson. They double-team Griffin. Passes it to Robinson. And there's the call on James. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. The first one falls. So he gets them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Pass the ball. Shot clock at 5. LeBron passes to Jay. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Pistons trail by 10. Griffin inside, guarded by Kuzma. Kept alive. Here's Drummond, and it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Jackson finds Drummond. Here's Kennard. Goes back up. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Kennard's got it back down to single digits for Detroit. Teardrop shot, and Harris lays it up and in.
Incredible use of the floater there. How do you guard Harris, especially when he's hitting shots like that?
Drummond passes to Jackson. Here's Griffin. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And Andre Drummond, an incredible combination of size and athleticism. Steve, any players that he reminds you of?
You know, a young Dwight Howard. He's also been compared to a more athletic Moses Malone. Drummond's rebounding numbers back that up.
Here's LeBron. Jay, the pass to James. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
On the free throw, no good.
You know, the one chink in LeBron's armor, decent but somewhat inconsistent from the free throw line.
Harris up top, 14 feet away. That shot is off. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Got a piece of it, and Detroit with another turnover here. Lakers leading by 10. LeBron with it. Jay, the pass to James. Kuzma, good, and the assist goes to James. Kuzma's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
The reason why is you like to get value every time down the floor, but that does take a lot of discipline.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Jay.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. Griffin draws the double. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Kennard. Here's Drummond. Got a piece of it. Here's Harris. And another basket for the Lakers.
And this is how lethal Harris can be off the pass. Excellent at catching the D by surprise.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. He feeds it to Drummond. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Just relentless. Really impressed with how they've been able to maintain that focus.
When you have a huge lead, it's easy to get sloppy on offense. They haven't fallen into that trap.
Inside. Poke loose. Now here is Harris. He's guarded closely. Jay, the pass to LeBron.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Los Angeles.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jay.
What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
They double him with Drummond. Griffin looking it over. Pass to Kennard. Detroit, no good that time either.
And the defense daring him to shoot that. Good plan right there.
And again, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Jackson kicks to Griffin. Griffin draws the double. Back to Jackson. Passes it to Robinson. 6 to shoot. And it's blocked. Down low. Kicks it out to James. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
game tonight. Just set me up.
Yeah, guess what?
Yo, what's up, Charlie?
Interview.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Shaq and Kenny, you're on.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, Shaq here. Way to attack the glass, big fella.
Appreciate it, man.
Were you following a certain plan that allowed you to control the boards tonight?
Our game plan as a team was to see every defensive possession all the way through. You know, as soon as those shots went up, all 5 of us had to put bodies on bodies, you know, make sure not to cheat out into transition. And it takes a group effort to rebound the way that we did tonight. I was just happy to, you know, hold up my end of the bargain.
You held it up all right, buddy.
Here you go.
I heard good things about your last game, sir.
I hear good things about your door, Spinelli.
I do my best, sir. That means the world to me. You don't even know.